Joshua Boisvert making an incredible first impression, road to the Title 3. Watching it back, how excited are you to see everybody going insane for your first matchup in Power Slap?
Yeah, thanks, Corey. It was awesome to run it back. I actually haven't watched the full episode yet, just because of work and things. But I've obviously seen the fight in full on the Instagram of Power Slap and through my friends sharing it and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely been pretty surreal. Awesome to see for sure.
Awesome, my man. Let's go right back. What got you into Power Slap? What gave you that motivation and inspiration to apply and then eventually go through into the house?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know if you're aware, but me and Eddie Spaghetti, he was in season 2. So just watching him, training with him, watching him come to Vegas, seeing how he did in season 2, and then going off to the live event, Power Slap 6. He's had some good success in it, and I honestly, it's like a monkey see, monkey do kind of situation. Like, he's been my best friend for like 10 years, so I decided to give it a try.
Awesome. Did you say that you attended Power Slap 6 in person?
No, sorry, just
Okay.
he went to the Power Slap, the live
Gotcha.
event, to perform.
Gotcha. Like, do you have any combat sport experience, or like what gave you that encouragement, that thought that you'd be able to do it like Eddie?
Not really, honestly. I've just been recently, like, I started going to the gym probably 2 years ago. I started boxing about a year ago. I haven't fought anybody yet. I've just been training. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to see like where I'm at, and some excitement in my life for sure.
You've obviously kind of grew up. You said you're training boxing. Brings you to this opportunity now. You go out there, take a victory over Jay Rivera. Let's talk about the house. How was that?
The house was interesting for sure. I was obviously only there from after my first fight and onwards. So I did miss a lot of the other drama, but right from the moment I walked in, it was like, you'll see, like, it was insane.
Yeah. Let's go through the fight together, man. Let's talk. And I want to get your commentating as to what you as to what your thoughts are with it. How's that?
For sure.
So it's the tail of the tapes, relatively similar, but you're the taller of the two guys by quite a bit.
So like, we actually didn't know the coin toss until we walked up there.
Interesting.
So they would tell us right there and then. So you just had to get ready. Right here, I'm just making sure I'm breathing out as I get hit. So I'm trying to like make sure I'm on cadence with that. Mark Smith, he did explain that we're allowed to do a clinch kind of like motion. So that's kind of like what I was practicing in that moment. I was just trying to like really bite down on the mouth guard. So that's kind of like why I dipped down a little bit. So I got called on the flinch. I was okay with that, obviously. I went right back up to the box and just made sure that I kept my head straight this time. But like, knowing I've already been hit once, I knew I could take it. So I made sure to soak that one. And then it was my turn. So I was pretty pumped. Now, obviously, I got hit twice, so I'm pretty upset. It's my turn. So yeah, it was time to finish it.
Yeah, I mean, that the second one was definitely high. And kind of swung through it off the fingertips. The first time being hit, was it worse than you thought it was?
Honestly, it wasn't too bad. I was just like, I had my eyes closed, so I opened them, made sure I was like awake. And then, yeah, I honestly didn't even like know that he was knocked out for a minute. I kind of like took my steps back and kind of realized kind of what had happened. And then I just started freaking out.
Where did you draw your inspiration from for your slap?
I'm sorry?
Like, who did you draw your inspiration from for your slap?
So like, I was watching Eddie, like, just kind of like how he like twists down and comes up. But like, when I got up there, like, we don't really practice hitting obviously people. So when I got up there, I wanted to make sure that I put my hand in a position where if I move my body all the way up, it stays where I measure from. So that's kind of why I keep my arm not fully extended out, because they really were pushing the no fouls this season.
Absolutely. We talked on the after show, the final slap last night, about the cocked angle of your arm. I think you actually have a very similar makeup to heavyweight Damien DeBell in terms of the actual structure. More of a taller guy, obviously for your division. You got very long arms. So you just said that. Have you thought about stepping a little bit further away to try to get a little bit more speed on that slap, or do you think the accuracy is more important, and then which is why you went with a shorter windup?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's like it's a double-edged sword. Like I obviously I want to be able to exert as much power as possible with my swing, but I don't want to hit somebody in the neck or say like the temple, and then either something bad happened to them or me like cost me the match. Especially as my first match, there's definitely some work I can do to it. I looking at it over, I am extremely close. Jay was a shorter opponent as well, so it was just kind of figuring out where I kind of to go. And honestly, that table is super awkward. I didn't know how awkward it was going to be with the table. Your feet are basically like if my feet are basically like this around the table because you can't really get around it. So,
Gotcha. Makes sense. I believe you were coached by Robert Trujillo in this one, correct?
that's correct. Yeah.
How was Rob as a coach?
Rob was awesome, honestly. Like he's more of a calm person, and that's kind of like what I need. So like he kind of just he made sure you were good. He talked to you one-on-one just before our fights, made sure that we're all good. He piped us up however we needed. Like he kind of like read the room, kind of see what you need. Warm me up before my fight. He seemed pretty proud after. He was pretty happy about the outcome. So yeah, he was a great coach for sure.
Awesome. I'm gonna ask you. You kind of got me thinking a little bit. So you didn't know the coin toss until you're ready to go out. Did they explain to you why that was?
No. So part of while we were kind of like almost getting our matchups. Actually, we got our matchups. So just after our matchups, Frank had hinted at he was like calling off names to like read off the coin toss, and then he was like, actually, you won't find out till tomorrow until you're up there. So yeah, it was actually like a lot of guys we liked it because like you have to go up there with the mentality of getting hit in the face first, because that's going to be the worst case scenario. So you go up there thinking you're gonna eat your slap and do what you showed up to do.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing this lightweight tournament kind of evolve. We see the 5 first-round matches that they've set in place. Is this the most ideal format for you, do you think, to be able to showcase your skill set?
I think I don't have a problem with it. Honestly, we're all brand new. I kind of like wherever you come from at this point, unless you came from a previous league and power slot fighting. I think this is the best way to do it. We're all starting at the even playing field, and we're just gonna work our way until we have.
Awesome. Before I let you go, I want to get into a little bit more personal with you. Like, what's a day in the life of Joshua like?
Oh yeah, so I work at a drywall factory. So I work 12-hour shifts, 2 weeks days, 2 weeks nights. So when I'm not at work, I'm usually at the gym or I'm hanging out with my friends. I kind of put boxing on the side right now just because everything's a little bit hectic. But I hope to get back into that by the end of the year. And yeah, I'm just training, ready for the next little venture that we have planned.
Yeah. I mean, are you training harder now than ever?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like I was training pretty hard before I went there because like I had to prepare myself to be getting hit in the face. But now that I know what I'm capable of and like what's to come, yeah, like I'm pretty dialed in right now.
How's that training changed, and what are you doing?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm mostly like upper body, and like I haven't really thought about the legs a lot. I am a runner, so I do work out a lot, not my legs, but just like the rotation, like the hip flexion, and then upper body traps, making sure that I can really soak those slaps.
Yeah. Well, where are you walking around weight wise right now? Like, do you have to cut a lot of weight? Because you do seem to be a fairly tall guy for the 155 class.
Yeah, so I walk around at like 165.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to cut around 10 pounds for the fight.
Gotcha. And are you still trying to put a little bit more on, or are you kind of comfortable with where you're at right now?
Yeah, I kind of want to walk around at like around 170. So right now I'm trying to put on a little bit of weight, and then cut down properly when it comes near fight days.
Awesome. How often do you get with Eddie to practice your strike?
So honestly, like we didn't get a lot together too much before this all went down. Like he's super busy with jiu-jitsu and his other commitments that he got going on, and as am I. But we got together a couple times. We're actually gonna get together tonight to watch to watch the show together. So
Awesome. Any other hobbies you have? Do you golf, play baseball, basketball, anything else?
yeah, I actually golf a lot. I would say I'm not like great at it. I wouldn't say. The goal is to get under 100 every time.
Okay.
Running's like a big part of my life. So I haven't competed this year, but I was just competing last year in the Opens here in Canada. So yeah, I just love to compete. Love to hang out with my friends. Yeah.
Nice. Like open in running, you mean? Like sprinting?
Yeah. So 400 meter. So just
Okay.
you can just you can join as an open, so you don't have to be associated with like a team necessarily. You can just go and compete.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, man. I've never heard of a runner going to power slap, but obviously it's working for you. You know, do you want to make this full time? Like, is this something you could see yourself, doing long term?
Yeah, like as it comes becomes more popular, as the sport grows, I could definitely see it being more sustainable. Right now, as it the events are only 4 to 6 a year, so even with being on the top and winning, you're not going to be on every single card, and
Mhm.
so you're not really I'm at a part where I'm not going to be able to live comfortably at that. So
Yeah.
right now we're doing both, but as it grows, yeah, 100%. If the opportunity's there, then yeah, I'll take it.
Awesome, my man. One last one for you. The first time that you're joining our show, people want to follow your journey going into the second round of Road to the Title 3. Where can they follow you?
Yeah, you can follow me at Boisvert_Josh on Instagram. That's really the only socials I got right now, but I'll definitely have more coming up soon for sure.
Awesome, my man. You got a home here at Slap News. You're welcome back anytime.
Awesome. I appreciate you, Corey. Thank you so much.